Welcome to the 5-Minute Torah video series. This week we started a new book in the Torah, the book of Bamidbar, or the book of Numbers. Today's commentary is called Disciples of Moses. Wait a minute. Did he just say disciples of Moses? Didn't he mean disciples of Yeshua? Yes, you heard me correctly. Disciples of Moses. Let's see what we can learn about being disciples of Moses as we open up the Bible in a new and exciting way in this 5-Minute Torah. Shalom, I'm Darren with Emet HaTorah, where we connect disciples of Yeshua to the eternal Torah of God. Welcome to my channel. If you're looking for deep insight into the weekly Torah portions, but are short on time, you've found the right channel. If you like this content, do us a favor, like this video, and then subscribe. And if you want, turn on notifications so you won't miss out on any important content. I usually publish new content about once a week. Today I'll be highlighting 3 things you need to know about this week's Torah portion, which is Numbers chapter 1, verse 1 through chapter 4, verse 20, before diving into Messianic insight for this week's Torah reading. Be sure to check out the links below in the description box, where I include links to both the written and the audio commentary on this week's Torah portion. Here are the 3 things that you need to know about this week's Torah portion of Bamidbar, Numbers 1 through 4:20. Number 1, census for war. God tells Moses to take a census of all the males among the children of Israel who are able to go to war. They're about to leave Sinai and head toward the Promised Land, and they need to have a head count of those who are able to go to war. Number 2, Levitical responsibilities. In our Torah portion, God spells out the responsibilities for the various Levitical tribes, including the priesthood. And number 3, redemption of the firstborn. The Lord's instruction to redeem the firstborn males is carried out, and the monetary value is given to the priesthood for the very first time. This week's 5-Minute Torah commentary comes from my book, 5-Minute Torah, Volume 3. Parashat Bamidbar begins our study of the book of Numbers. The first 2 chapters of our Torah portion contained a detailed census of the children of Israel. Everyone's favorite, right? And then details for their encampments as they would travel. Everyone's next favorite, right? Chapter 3, however, begins entirely different. These are the generations of Aaron and Moses at the time when the Lord spoke with Moses on Mount Sinai. These are the names of the sons of Aaron: Nadav, the firstborn, and Avihu, Eleazar, and Itamar. These are the names of the sons of Aaron, the anointed priests, whom he ordained to serve as priests. This is Numbers chapter 3, verses 1 through 3. Chapters 3 and 4 of the book of Numbers covers responsibilities of the Levites for packing up and transporting the tabernacle and its furnishings while traveling. However, the Torah introduces the topic in a unique manner. It begins by saying, "These are the generations of Aaron and Moses." In the original Hebrew, the word for generations is toldot. As we've discussed previously, the primary meaning of the word toldot is offspring. But if this is the case, why does the Torah discuss the sons of Aaron, but is completely silent regarding the offspring of Moses? Rashi, referencing the Talmud's interpretation of this passage in Sanhedrin 19b, has a beautiful answer to this troubling question. He says that Hashem considers the sons of Aaron to also be the sons of Moses because he taught them Torah. Because the sons of Aaron were in a way disciples of Moses, he became a type of spiritual father to them. This scriptural principle is extended to say that whoever teaches Torah to the son of his friend is considered as if he had fathered him. And sometimes a teacher may even take precedent over a physical father because a person's physical father, quote, brought him into this world, but his teacher, quote, who taught him the wisdom of Torah, brings him to the world to come. Many adults in this world will never have the ability to be able to raise physical children of their own. This chronic situation could be devastating. It can lead to bitterness, depression, and a complete lack of purpose to life. The late Chabad Rebbe, Menachem Mendel Schneerson of righteous memory, and his wife Chaya Mushka were never able to have children. And although hundreds, if not thousands of people prayed for them to be able to bear natural offspring of their own, the vision was never fulfilled physically. However, the Rebbe is to this day one of the most influential Jewish figures in history. And although he had no physical children of his own, thousands upon thousands of people across the world identify him as their spiritual parent. His life and teachings have affected millions of people around the world for almost 3/4 of a century. His state of barrenness did not limit his ability to invest in disciples and give birth to more spiritual descendants than he could ever have been able to physically. Yeshua of Nazareth is an even more extreme example. Although he had no physical children of his own, unless you believe the conspiracy theories of the likes of Dan Brown and others, he has given life to literally billions of children over the last 2,000 years. His spiritual family will continue to grow in numbers because he calls us to continue to produce spiritual offspring for him. Neither the Rebbe nor Yeshua had the limiting belief that they could not bear children. They simply had a different perspective that we would do well to imitate. Although our physical children should be our first and our primary responsibility to disciple and teach the scriptures, we should keep in mind that we also have the opportunity to be spiritual parents to others. Because we're called to raise up disciples, teaching them all that Yeshua has taught us, we have the opportunity to create spiritual offspring numbering thousands of times greater than what we can produce simply through our physical offspring. If you feel that your child rearing days are over, or if you've not had the privilege to raise children of your own, you still have an opportunity to turn a barren womb into a fertile environment for birthing spiritual offspring. As it says, he gives the barren woman a home, making her the joyous mother of children. That's Psalms 113, verse 9. Wait! You can't just click off into YouTube land without clicking the like button below. It just wouldn't be neighborly. If you want to see more videos like this, then you have to click the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. This will help push us up in the algorithms of YouTube so that other people will know that this content is worth watching. Thank you in advance for your help. And if you missed last week's video, just click the thumbnail right here to access it immediately. Shavua Tov from Emet HaTorah.